Hi there folks, Blooderslav247 here with another Infested challenge video where I managed to score 571 million. Now this run is approximately 29 minutes long and I will do limited commentary throughout. So without any further ado folks, let's get on with the action. Right folks, state of play at this point is I've just picked up the last ammo box and I'm now about to start the end game phase of this Infested challenge. And I'm going to be starting by using some of the canisters that I have been saving up. And I know there's going to be one or two Endless Horde challenge players that are watching this with great interest, because I have hinted that everybody has been missing a trick when using these canisters. You essentially have to blow them up, but I'm going to show a very unique way of doing it, and I think a very effective way. Because you can pick these things up, everybody still seems hell-bent on setting them off when they're on the floor. There's a much better way, and this is how you do it folks. Get up here, aim the canister, throw it down very quickly, go for your gun, hit the focus, and there you go. You get a good 15 kills as well as a number of burning kills as well, but I'm going to go into that in a lot more detail on another video. This is really just talking about this run as it's playing out. Right folks, at this point I'm going in for the next canister and I'm just going to do the same thing as before. Now worth noting folks, I do actually copy a fellow YouTuber that had been using that area to store virtually all his canisters. I seen it and thought it was an excellent idea, and that gent's name is Horde Slayer, and will not need any introduction to any fellow Endless Horde challenge players. Horde Slayer is currently the world #1 on Surrounded, and he is currently the world #2 on Infested. So he is he's a hell of a gamer. Now I will be showing in another video, I actually now have some better areas to be storing them in, even here, because there isn't that many. I did experiment with one or two places before finding a couple of beauties, and you will actually see perfect examples of one of them, especially when I get to the main town area. But for the time being folks, it's just keeping on with this multiplier, just working away at it, keeping the pressure on the Horde. It is relentless, you have to be on the ball all the time. Yep, I'm just going for this, the last canister on the ground floor. There is one other still that I have to use. It's on the first floor, but I won't be going up for that until I basically go up for one of the two guns that are up there that I've still got to use. And as you can see folks, that's the first canister I have made an absolute arse of. I did get away with it, but I didn't get quite as many kills because of taking it all on the floor, even though there was still quite a number of freakers around it. But hey, you live and learn. Yeah, at this point I'm just thinking it's a good time to try and get to the main town now, especially as most of the horde, in fact all the horde now, is right behind me. Now this is the point where I'm going to start to focus on the barrels and crates, as well as some of the canisters that are in the main town. But before I start on the barrels and crates especially, I need the right weapon, and that is the PDW handgun. And the reason why I use that, folks, is because it has insane bullet penetration. Basically, if you're close enough to the freakers, it will take out 4 of them in one go. You do have to be very close, mind you. It generally will take out about 2 with every bullet, but for taking out barrels and crates, it is perfect, because you can, I shall see with some of these, I don't think I get this one because there's just way too many there, but as I start taking out some of these barrels and whatnot, you'll just see just how good this gun actually is. You see there, the target was obscured a wee touch, but no problem with the PDW. And once I've started on these, I do try and do them quite quickly. Yeah, and that's just some god-awful shooting there, it has to be said, folks. Some of the barrels are better placed than others. Now, worth pointing out, folks, because I know I definitely missed one canister on this run in the main town section, and I've actually just seen it on the video there just a second ago, but in the actual game when I'm playing this, I don't see it because I'm so focused on all the freakers. It's one of the canisters that if it moves from a particular area, it can go anywhere. And again, this is something I'm going to go into far more detail on another video. Right now, it's just looking to take out all of these. Now, yep, petrol cans can be used exactly the same as the canisters. Of course, unless you make a fuck up like that, but it just shows, folks, I'm only human. I do make mistakes. However, I'm going to have another shot at this barrel now. That's more like it. Now, I realise when I get up here, I am on the wrong side to be taking out the barrel that's over in the corner there, but I can take out the crate. No problem there, but I am going to have to come back up the other way. Yeah, the way I'm currently shooting there, that's the way I'm going to have to head up in order to get that barrel effectively. And that barrel there is the death of me to a degree, because I actually miss it completely throughout the entire run. I think I have 2 or 3 attempts at it and constantly miss it. And then I actually forget about it, which is even worse. Yep, at this point this cart is always very handy to use. Just a little bit of extra height makes getting barrels so much easier. I try and use a height advantage whenever possible when shooting at barrels, but there's only so many areas that you can actually take advantage of that way. So at this point now, I'm just starting to think, just start to get a little bit more on working on the multiplier, just to keep it nice and strong. Yeah, I actually got quite lucky there. I was actually planning on going down the other way and realised I was stuck, but I managed to do something about it quite quickly. Now, this is the first of the 3 barrels that I will be using in the tractor run. You can still get 20 kills there without using an attractor there, but I have 3 attractors and I have particular barrels even that I prefer to be using them with. In fact, it's actually 2 barrels and 1 crate, because I'm sure the crate that I'm going to use the next attractor is coming up fairly soon. Yeah, and it's coming up right here. Couldn't come out a better time as well, because I'm completely out of stamina at this point. I'll try and make sure it's reasonably close to the crate. In a previous run, I didn't throw an attractor far enough, and a lot of them were protected by the door. Now, that's a canister that has moved. It's usually fairly close to that crate, but again, I'm just going to move out of the way here very quickly, take out that crate, pick up the canister again. And I think if I remember rightly, I make... No, I do actually do this, but really should have waited for a few more freakers to be nearby there. Really didn't take full advantage of that canister at all. However, I do get quite a number of burning kills from that particular one because there is a lot of freakers coming through. And again, folks, I'll explain the scoring system for that in another video. Basically the next video that I'm going to be doing on Infested. And I'm very lucky there because that was nearly the death of me. I didn't notice one of the hordes was right behind me. Yep, any eagle-eyed viewers will have noticed there was a canister in that pickup. That is one of my premium spots. Any of these pickup trucks, the back of them, you can basically throw a canister into. Because basically, it sounds like it's not going to be that safe, but the freakers will only climb on a vehicle like that if you are on it. So if you're just running around, they will always run around the side of it. It's only when you climb onto a pickup that they will try and get on as well. So for that reason alone, that is why that canister is there. And I usually put that canister in that pickup in the first 40 seconds of my run. Right at the very start, along with a second canister as well, which I will show when I go to collect it. Yeah, unfortunately some more god-awful shooting there. And at this point, I will be quite honest, I've kind of lost my bearings a little bit as to what I have taken out. It is showing, because I'm I'm coming down this area and I realise I've taken out most of the things here, so... However, my special weapon is out, so I'm now going for one of the first sniper rifles, which is up here. Okay, at this point, folks, I'm now going to take out the next lot of barrels and crates that are around here, and I'm very fortunate as the environment around these barrels makes it so easy to get these set up for. Yep, even though that one did take a little bit more, but got there in the end. Yeah, at this point, folks, I was very aware that I was about to break the current world record because I knew it stood at 526 million. And as you can see now, I've passed it. So from here on in, it's just a case of how much I add to this score. Okay, at this point it's time to take out the next two lot of explosives, one crate, and on this occasion I actually just shoot the petrol can off there, as it's really not too bad. You usually only get a maximum of 10 kills with the petrol can. That's not including burning kills, of course. You get more after that, but generally you'll usually get 10 kills, and then burning kills will come very shortly after. I think I got 7 kills with that petrol can, so that really wasn't too bad. But normally I would pick the petrol can up and throw it. At this point, I know I've used up all the ammo from my special weapon, so I am now going up for the last canister. I never touch that canister because when it's up there I know it's pretty safe. And and there is another fuck up. I just hit the wrong button and that was that. But I'm not panicking about it at this point. I'm just thinking, okay, that's grand. The canister is there. It's ready to be used. I will not make that mistake again. At least not here. But I've got bigger problems at this point. I really do get myself in a wee bit of a rut here and I have to take the long way around to basically get them all behind me again. Yeah, at this point, folks, I know I've got very little ammo left in the IDF pups, so I make sure to use it all here, and now I'm going up for the Liberator. as there is only 2 weapons left up here now, and Liberator is the only primary weapon up there, and there is another sniper rifle on the very rooftop of that building, but I'll come back for that. Right, at this point, folks, I remember this well because I start to panic a little bit here because I'm stuck, and I all of a sudden get worried thinking, God, am I going to get walloped by all the freakers that are coming up at this point? But finally managed to get up there, grab the sniper rifle, ignore the med kit, which I stupidly should have gone for first, but however, at this point I was just looking to get the gun, so it's I've safely got it now, so it's back to the main area because I've pretty much exhausted everything that is available at the petrol station end. Yeah, at this point, folks, I'm really racking my brains to think of what I have still got left to do. I know I still have some canisters, and I just don't manage to get that one there, and despite my efforts to try and pick it off from over there, it doesn't quite work. Yeah, it's at this point, folks, I'm starting to think about just what is left, and I realise I've still got a barrel over here that I haven't taken care of yet, but I thankfully do now. And then I realise I've actually got another petrol can over here that I had completely forgotten about. And I don't know what made me remember at this point, but it was just something that was like, okay, yeah, I didn't get everything in this area. Now at this point, folks, this is where things go really quite bizarre. I have 4 bullets left, and then I realise after firing the first 2, I'm like, wait a minute, I know I have 2 canisters still in the main town centre. Or the main town area, I should say. You can't call it a centre. So I'm heading over like a maddie here, trying to get to it. And then of course, as I'm starting to get near to it, I'm thinking, wait a minute, I'm not going to have time to use this because the horde now is so far behind me. So, it's a U-turn. Melee weapon is on. Yeah, this really is one of the most bizarre endings I've had to one of my Endless Horde runs, but however, it is what it is. So I get up here. I would like more freakers about when dropping this here, but I cannot be picky because time is really against me here. And saying that, I think I do get quite a few burning kills as well out of that one. Now, I do remember I've got one bullet left, and the pickup truck up here, I stashed a canister in the first 40 seconds of the game. So I get that. I've got a shot with this now. And I'm going to do it from one of the safest locations. And this one, thankfully, there's plenty of them, but I have to make sure I make that shot, because if I don't, that's that ruined. Now at this point, it's just now about being keeping my wits about me and trying to split up the freakers. Just pick off any of the ones that aren't near the main horde. I do have a number of other things at my disposal here, and I don't use them. Like so the flashbangs, I don't use any of those. In fact, I don't even think I use another smoke grenade either. At this point, I'm just thinking, okay, the job is done. But at the same time, there has been mistakes with this particular run, because I do know there's one canister at least I know I've missed. I think I actually missed 2 in this entire run. I also have missed 1 barrel. That is the one up beside the building that has the PDW. I just totally forgot about that barrel. And I also missed a petrol can at the far side of the main town as well. So, however, it is what it is, folks. The run is done, and overall I'm very happy with it, because you do make mistakes in these runs. It does happen. Well, that's it, folks. That basically brings me to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've all enjoyed it. Take care, everyone.